Let's talk some Oregon recruiting. Dan Lanning and his staff hosted a massive 5-star visit weekend. I got Justin Hopkins from Scoop Duck in this video. We're going to break it all down. But first, make sure you are subscribed to the On3 Recruits channel, the best recruiting channel on all of YouTube. All right, let's bring in Justin Hopkins from Scoop Duck. Justin, we got some 5 stars to talk about, and there's some big ones. They're all big on campus. DeCorian Moore, though, we'll start with him. The #1 wide receiver in America has been trending to Texas, but everybody keeps saying, watch Oregon. How did the visit go this weekend, and do you think Oregon still has a shot here?
Yeah, I'm sure Oregon's probably more than happy that they got to be his last visit, if you will, before he more than likely makes a decision here. And I'm told it went great. His mom was with him in town. Obviously, that's a big key in his recruitment. I know Texas rolled out the red carpet for everybody under the sun that has the last name Moore, I think. And Oregon wasn't able to do that. But they had some really fun stuff planned and did some stuff in Portland. Also did some stuff in Eugene with Moore and his mom. And I'm, like you said, Oregon's right there in this thing. I mean, Texas is going to be tough, but Oregon is right there with them.
All right. Now, coming into this weekend, I think maybe Trey McDuck of all the 5 stars are the one that Oregon fans were circling the most. Trey McDuck leaving Oregon today. How did it go? And do you believe that the Ducks are in the driver's seat here?
Yeah, I actually think I'm really close to putting in my prediction for Oregon. I think the Ducks are the team to beat moving forward. Ohio State has done a really good job as well. Mm-hmm. But it really feels like Oregon getting that last visit, exactly what they wanted, smashed the visit out of the park. I know that went very well. And I do think that the Ducks are the team to beat for Trey McDuck, which would be a huge win for Dan Lanning.
I thought you almost called him Trey McDuck.
That'd be fitting, right?
When do you think he makes his decision?
He doesn't have a date yet, but I think we're looking possibly early July here. I do think that he's one that plans on making a decision in the coming weeks. When that exact date is, we don't know yet, but I think it's coming soon.
So now let's talk DJ Pickett. And DJ Pickett probably, maybe, I don't want to offend Duck fans here, but maybe the biggest long shot of the 5 stars coming into the visit, but he's not ready to make a decision anytime soon. How are the Ducks approaching this recruitment?
Yeah, I think what you're doing here, and I've talked about it before, you're laying the foundation, right? We know Pickett's not going to decide for a long time. Florida and Miami are 2 others that are very much in this recruitment. I know LSU and some others are as well. But it just seems to me like he's really going to take his time. And I think he wants to see the on-field product from some of these schools. Probably not so much from Oregon, but I think you look at Florida and Miami and you kind of want to see, what's going to happen with them this year. So I think, with Pickett's recruitment, and what's going on in Florida, I mean, if there's a coaching change down the line or if the seat gets really hot down there in Gainesville, I mean, those are all things that if you're Oregon, you're just kind of, hey, we're going to stay with it and keep going and kind of see where this thing shakes out. And so I think that's where Oregon's at. It's great that they got this last visit, but again, you're going to need to get him on campus again this fall because we both know this one's going for a while.
Yeah, and a lot of these guys are making a decision after their June visit. So for DJ Pickett, yeah, it was the last visit of June, but it's not going to be the last visit he takes before a decision. So plenty of runway there for the Ducks to still make up ground. I want to talk Michael Terry, one of the most intriguing athletes in the country, the #1 athlete in America. He's from the state of Texas, but he was in Eugene this weekend. What are you hearing on the 5-star athlete?
Yeah, I think Oregon's kind of quietly been, under the radar here, and people have started talking about him a little bit more. But I'd almost think that the Ducks might even lead, and if they do, it's very slight. But I think that Oregon has really presented their case. Obviously, the offense has been really good, whether it's under Will Stein or Kenny Dillingham. Both have had the offenses running. And I think there's a lot of playmakers in Eugene, right? There's going to be a good offensive line. There's quarterbacks in the room. All those things Michael Terry really likes, right? And you're right. He's so unique. Like, is he a running back? Is he a receiver? Is he a tight end? He's just one of those guys.
Like, who knows what he is?
Yeah, he's just one of those guys that you want to get him the football and let him do his work. So I think Oregon coming in and being this last visit, it's another guy that I might be really close to putting in a prediction for on Oregon, but I'm waiting to hear a little bit more chatter in the next day or two.
All right. Last guy we got to hit on is 5-star safety, the number 1 safety in America, Jonah Williams. How did it go?
Went great, as you would expect. This one to me it feels like it's an uphill battle for Oregon. I think getting him out of the state of Texas, specifically Texas A&M, is going to be tough. And if you look at Texas A&M, obviously locations on their side, but secondly, that's a really good baseball program, and we know Williams is a really talented baseball player as well. So you kind of look at all those things. I know Oregon got the baseball coaches here involved in his recruitment and talked to him a little bit about the program. So if you're asking me, there's 2 5-star safeties that were on campus this weekend, Trey McDuck and Jonah Williams. I feel a lot better about Trey McDuck than I do with Jonah Williams at this point.
All right, Justin, talk to Oregon fans. Who should they be feeling good about coming out of this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, talking about Trey McDuck, I think that's one that, looks really good for Oregon. Aaron Dunn's a 4-star offensive lineman that was also on campus. Mm-hmm. I like Michael Terry as well. Oregon did a good job bringing in 4 or 5 of their commits, including Dallas Wilson, that they're trying to hang on to.
Yeah, that was big.
And build it around these guys. So that's just kind of what we're feeling here. And it's certainly looking like for the next week or two, Omarion Robinson set to make his decision. Noah McHale set to make his decision. I think Deshaun Brame is set to make his decision all within a week or so. And those are guys that I feel Oregon might be trending for.
All right. Could be some big quacks coming up in the future. Duck fans, tap in. Let us know how we feel and who could be the next to commit. Well, you've made it to the end of today's video, but there's hundreds more videos on the On3 Recruits channel for you to check out. And also, while you're here, hit subscribe.